Well, let's get right into it. We're going to be on Nuke. It will be between Big and Vitality. I think this is Intellect 3 Masters Haidan, and this is just a very interesting round. And I say interesting as in though I'm glad I wasn't playing in this round because there's just so much going on. Specifically, I'm glad I'm not Vitality in this round because I have no idea how they would have actually figured out what was going on here. There's just so much happening. So let's try and walk through this. And if it's confusing, well, don't worry. It would have been for Vitality too. Yeah, we'll just turn it back to normal speed. And then I think we'll remove some of the rooftops here and we'll get rid of some of the non-accessible areas. Okay, so first off, we have a bunch of grenades landing around Hut, around Mini and Squeak. And that's just going to get much worse in a second here. So those were the first initial grenades, and we've got a smoke coming up, which the T-side don't really care about. They have their own smoke. They have their flashbangs coming through for Tizian doing the vent dive. So first one, Tizian down. Now, he's the only one at the bottom of the site here, and he will be for just a minute here. So just going to back it up a bit. But yeah, there's going to be a second one. So Tabson is also vent diving that one. Now, when we go back up on the high ground, you'll see that the first kill that's going to happen in here after the vent dive is Kido trying to sneak through the smoke. Now, just think about that from Vitality's point of view. Let's just say they have heard some people diving vent, or they would have just guessed. That's a fair bet. But the fact that there's a third man in there, Vitality have no idea about that. How are they supposed to know whether or not that was the first or the second or the third? Or, you know, they don't have a real count. They just know that, well, someone just tried to walk through the smoke on upper. Maybe that's what was the plan, you know. Maybe that's what they're all trying to do. Maybe there are people in the hut. No one knows at this point in time. So just very confusing and a complete lack of information. So while that's happening up there, Apex is, instead of guessing, he's going to go check. And that's a smart play. He wants to know. But what he doesn't realize is that Tizian's already here. So that's probably some more information that actually they just didn't know yet. They didn't have all the data that they would have needed. So Apex, I guess you could say, found out the hard way. And that's just how it goes. Now there's definitely chaos. Like, what is going on? They're walking through the smoke, but apparently they were vent diving. They all were already down there and nobody called it. That's a bit of a problem. And that's just going to keep going. So just down on the low ground, you could see that already Tabson is going to go back up. So all he did was sort of go down, and then he's back up again. And we're just going to keep going. Tizian, he's about to escape all throughout and just go back upstairs. But we're just before the next kill. So looking at that, that is going to be Tabson taking out RPK. So he came just back up for that kill. And again, hiding around the smoke. Now, if you're Vitality, what are you calling out? Kido tried to walk through the smoke. Okay, we got the kill on him. Somehow Tizian got the kill on Apex downstairs. Now Tabson is hiding in the smoke that's been there all along, taking down RPK. There's just so much information to work with right now. It's a complete mess. So that's RPK going down on the little rafters. You see we added these little skulls to show you what's going on. And we'll be doing a lot more with those skulls later on. Got a lot of plans coming through. Okay, so now they're starting to really rotate in here, right? They want to get in here and help. So they got 3 people on the A side. And again, no one is downstairs. So at least that's something. But 3 people for Vitality on this side. That should be a good little sign. And it partly is. Tizian is about to get caught outside by Saiwu. So he's going to come out here for a kill on him. Boop. Tizian goes down. Okay, but now think about the positioning. That means Vitality know Tizian got the first kill on Apex downstairs. Now he's walked back up and he's outside. What does that even mean from Vitality's point of view? Well, one thing is Simon wants to go and find out. Well, since no one's covering ramp, what's going on? And Searson is pushing in here and is at such an awkward angle that Simon just walks right into it. So again, you could just see that the lack of information, the just complete madness of this round is really catching them off guard. And now Shox is walking right in to Santaris. He's going to get that kill. Navira will trade it. Okay, fair play, but he's almost dead anyway. But that's the third kill that's happening from around this area, right? Kido went down, then Tabson got a kill. Now Santaris is in there. There's just so much happening, and with sort of little battles happening across the map. I imagine that Vitality would have had a very, very hard time calming anything that was going on in this particular round, because there's just so much of it. And I think that's what makes Nuke wonderful, and also what makes it really hard to play, especially in, just random, official, like non-official games that you don't really have your friends with you, or your team even, or your friends are just not, up to speed on how to play Nuke. Could well be. But yeah, this is a wonderful round. Incredibly confusing, but I thought it was well played by Big. And we'll be doing a lot more of this. So if you like this, share it with your friends and spread it around, and give me some feedback on whether or not you enjoy this type of video. And I'll see you in the next one.